One of the biggest stories revolving around the 2026 FIFA World Cup has been ticketing. And this is going to hit football fans the world over pretty hard because FIFA has once again hiked ticket prices.
The world is watching, and this time, the stage is set in the United States. In just a short span, two of the biggest sporting events on Earth, the FIFA World Cup and the Olympic Games, are coming to one country. For many, this is a moment of pride, a symbol of global leadership in sports and culture. But behind the excitement, there is a deeper story unfolding, a story about politics, pressure, expectations, and the weight of history. And at the center of it all stands a controversial and powerful figure, once again shaping the narrative in his own way. In a recent statement, President Donald Trump spoke about his role in securing these global events. He described how he pushed for the United States to host both the World Cup and the Olympics, suggesting that his influence helped bring them home. At first, he believed these events would take place after his presidency. But now, with the timeline shifting, he realizes something unexpected. He may be politically active during one of the biggest sporting moments in modern history. This realization adds a new layer of significance, turning what should be purely sporting events into something far more complex. The FIFA World Cup, often described as the most popular sporting event in the world, is already generating massive attention. Millions of fans are preparing to travel, watch, and celebrate. For the United States, this is more than just hosting a tournament. It is an opportunity to prove its place in global soccer, a sport that has traditionally been dominated by other nations. For decades, soccer struggled to gain the same level of popularity in the US as American football, basketball, or baseball. But now, things are changing. Experts believe this could be a defining moment for soccer in America. Former players and analysts have pointed out that the current US men's national team is one of the most talented generations the country has ever produced. These players have grown up with better training, more exposure to international competition, and greater opportunities than ever before. They are faster, more skilled, and more experienced. But with these advantages comes higher expectations. There is a sense of cautious optimism surrounding the team. Supporters believe they have the potential to go far in the tournament, possibly even beyond what previous teams have achieved. However, critics argue that potential alone is not enough. This is a team that has been given every resource, every opportunity, and every advantage. Now, they must deliver results. Playing a World Cup on home soil brings both benefits and challenges. On one hand, the players will have the support of their home crowd. Stadiums filled with cheering fans can create an atmosphere that inspires teams to perform beyond their limits. On the other hand, the pressure is immense. Every mistake is magnified, every loss is deeply felt, and the expectations can become overwhelming. The structure of the tournament itself adds another layer of difficulty. Matches will be spread across a vast country, with teams traveling long distances between cities. Organizers are trying to reduce travel by keeping teams in specific regions during the early stages. For the US team, this means starting their journey on the West Coast, facing opponents like Paraguay, Australia, and Turkey. These are not easy matches. Each team brings its own strengths, its own style, and its own determination to succeed. The opening game especially carries enormous importance. It sets the tone for the entire tournament. A strong start can build confidence and momentum, while a poor performance can create doubt and pressure. Analysts believe that the US team must not only win, but do so convincingly. The goal is not just to advance, but to show the world that they belong among the best. As the tournament progresses, the challenges will only grow. Stronger teams, tougher opponents, and higher stakes will test the limits of every player. The journey from the group stage to the knockout rounds is never easy. It requires consistency, discipline, and mental strength. For the US, success will depend on how well they can handle these pressures. Meanwhile, off the field, another issue is gaining attention: ticket pricing. For many fans, attending a World Cup match is a dream. But for some, that dream may be out of reach. Tickets for matches involving major teams like Argentina and Brazil are being sold at very high prices. While this is not unusual for such a global event, it raises concerns about accessibility. Critics argue that the true spirit of the World Cup lies in its fans. The energy, passion, and diversity of supporters are what make the tournament special.
If tickets become too expensive, there is a risk that many dedicated fans will be left out. Empty seats or less vibrant crowds could impact the atmosphere and overall experience.
From an organizational perspective, the challenge is balancing financial needs with fan engagement. FIFA relies on revenue from ticket sales to fund its operations and support football development programs around the world. This makes pricing a complex issue. On one side, there is the need to generate income. On the other, there is the importance of maintaining the authenticity and excitement of the event. This balance is not easy to achieve. If ticket prices are too high, it could harm the image of the tournament. If they are too low, it may not generate the necessary funds. Finding the right middle ground is crucial. The political dimension adds yet another layer to this already complex situation. With Trump openly discussing his connection to these events, the World Cup becomes more than just a sporting competition. It becomes a reflection of leadership, influence, and national identity. Some supporters see this as a positive sign. They believe that having strong political backing can help ensure the success of the event. Others, however, are more cautious. They worry that mixing politics with sports could create unnecessary tension and distraction. Historically, global sporting events have often been linked to politics. From the Olympics to the World Cup, these events have been used to showcase national power, unity, and progress. In this case, the United States has an opportunity to present itself as a welcoming and capable host. But with that opportunity comes responsibility. Every aspect of the event, from organization to security, from fan experience to team performance, will be closely watched. Success will bring praise and recognition. Failure, however, could lead to criticism and questions. For Trump, the stakes are personal as well. Being associated with such major events means that their outcome could influence public perception. A successful World Cup could strengthen his image as a leader who delivers results. On the other hand, any issues or controversies could have the opposite effect. Beyond politics and economics, there is also the cultural impact to consider. The World Cup is not just about football. It is about bringing people together from different backgrounds, cultures, and countries. It is a celebration of diversity, unity, and shared passion. In the United States, this cultural aspect is particularly significant. The country is known for its diversity, with people from all over the world living and working together. Hosting the World Cup provides a chance to showcase this diversity on a global stage. Fans from different nations will travel to the US, bringing their traditions, songs, and celebrations. Cities will transform into vibrant hubs of activity, filled with excitement and energy. For many, this will be a once-in-a-lifetime experience. At the same time, it is an opportunity for Americans to connect with the global football community. For years, soccer has been growing steadily in popularity across the country. This event could accelerate that growth, inspiring a new generation of players and fans. As the countdown continues, one thing is clear: the upcoming World Cup is more than just a tournament. It is a moment of transformation, a test of capability, and a stage for history to be written. The players will carry the hopes of a nation. The organizers will face the challenge of delivering a flawless event. The fans will bring the passion and energy that define the sport. And the world will be watching every step of the way. In the end, the success of the World Cup will not be measured only by who wins the trophy. It will be measured by the memories created, the stories told, and the impact left behind. Because when the final whistle blows and the lights go out, what remains is not just a result, but a legacy.